Build creative confidence. Beat the inspiration addiction. Join the Writer's Gym. One of the things that really stuck with me from last week's interview with Victoria Dowd was that just beautiful, relatable image of the little girl going to her parents' bookshelf and discovering Agatha Christie for the first time. And I still feel that little chill going down my back in a nice way as I think about that, because it's not just discovering the mysteries of Agatha Christie, the mysteries of crime fiction. It's also something that no matter what genre, or no matter whether we're talking about books, films, music, something else entirely, any kind of culture or anything that we come into and get curious about that's existed before us, it's that feeling of opening a treasure chest and finding it's your own inheritance, that you're invited into, that you're part of a tradition, a link, a chain, a golden thread. It gets called all sorts of things that already existed before you did, maybe before your parents did, but that you're going to add something entirely unique to. I feel so lucky and so happy whenever I notice something like that I found my own personal connection with, but is bigger and connects me to history and future. It can be religious, it can be cultural, it can be music. It's just whatever it is for you. It may not be crime fiction, it may be something completely different. But I bet that feeling that Victoria had that then caught her curiosity so that she moved forward in reading and in writing and in being part of those things. I bet if you're not already feeling it with writing, if you're listening to this podcast, the chances are you want to be or realise that you can be. I mention it particularly because sometimes when I talk to writers, award-winning, unpublished, writers to be, everybody, I get different versions of the same question of, am I allowed to ... And sometimes it's, but what if it's too much like something I've read? Or what if it's too boring? Or what if it's too weird? So you can see how the brain will go off in all directions to say the opposite points to itself, all of which come back to, so maybe I shouldn't write it at all. And actually, this is why fun is such a practical thing, that sense of curiosity, that sense of, ooh, I'm going to open this treasure chest. I would love to know what's in it, is the way to approach our own minds, not just the genres we're writing in, but ourselves. That's why I like coming back also to that image of the paints that, you know, a painter has all of these colours. We have all of our imagination, memory, observations, questions about the world, and we get to mix them freely. And our job is to get out of our own way. And the way to do that is to find the joy in it, not to go, I know what's going to happen, but to go, I wonder what's going to happen, and mix them that way. There's another reason I'm talking about this today, which is that I had my biggest rejection yet last week, and it hurt. It was a publisher who I really thought it was going to be a yes. I really thought when I saw the initial emails from this person, it felt like it was such a great connection. It felt like she really got what I was saying and saw the value in it. And I was so excited. I didn't tell many people because, in the words of the great Steve Knightley, sadly, no relation, don't tell the world about the deal till the contract's signed and sealed. So I just told a couple of people in my life that this might happen. And I want to tell everyone that it didn't happen, because I think we don't show up in the middle of the story enough. I think that maybe the way we can show up for each other is to say more about what really, really hurts. Because since then I've bumped into a couple of people saying, oh, you're doing so well with this, that and the other. And I'm not trying to deny that, because I don't think that's helpful. There are things that are going well and that I love what I'm doing, but it doesn't mean the rejection doesn't hurt. The reason this for me is very linked to that girl sitting by her parents' bookshelf and discovering Agatha Christie and in future becoming a crime writer, for me, it's all about finding the joy. What I've had to do with that rejection is notice but not allow my brain to go, oh, it's not working. Because clearly it is working. To have got as far as I did, there's something there. And it can be so easy to let what's not going well be louder and let that tell you what to do next. Instead, what I've done is I've gone back and I've found the joy, and I'm doing this every day with both this book that got rejected and searching for agents so that I can go down a more commercial route with it, because this publisher would have been an academic audience first rather than a straight to the writer audience first. And actually, do you know what? Yes, that is who I am. I am straight to the writer first. I guess that's why I'm sitting here talking to you about it. So I think rejection can be the right thing. I think it can absolutely point us in the direction of doing something that is more truthful to the project and ourselves. But it hurts like, I don't know if we have a bleep button, so you know what I'm saying, but it hurts. It really, really hurts. And I do want to do everything I can to make sure that the history I will tell going back one day is that it put me on the path to finding the right person for it, the right agent for it, so that it goes out there being what it is and what it wants to say. So today, this is me being accountable to you and inviting you to do the same with me and with the Writer's Gym, that I am going to be accountable to you and say, my job is getting out of my own way, is finding that joy every day, not just when people say, it's great, come on, we're taking this project, but when I don't know yet, when I still don't know how that's going to end. So whether that's coming to a blank piece of paper and knowing that in answer to all those am I allowed to's, the answer is absolutely, you're allowed to, and you're more than allowed to. It's the only way in, is follow your curiosity. And when you're editing or rewriting or submitting, that's even more true. So when I finish recording this, I am going back to the sofa. I am taking my own InkCouragement, and I am going to enjoy doing some more writing of both the fiction project that I also want to submit to somebody and the non-fiction project that you know about. I'm allowing myself to be a palate cleanser because I know that's what works for me. Do a bit of this, do a bit of that. Keep moving forward. Wish me luck. And if you want to get in touch about your journey, you know where to find me. You've visited the Writer's Gym with author and coach Dr. Rachel Knightley. Production and sound design are by Ashley Lexine, and theme music is by Chris Gregory.